Hello and welcome you all. Dear students, today's topic is FIR and IIR systems. This is the topic related to subject signals and systems. In the earlier videos, we have studied what are the different types of systems like linear, non-linear systems, then time variant, time invariant systems and so on. In continuation with this, there are again two major types of systems. One is FIR and another is IIR. FIR stands for finite impulse response, whereas IIR stands for infinite impulse response. Now recall the things what we studied in earlier videos. This is the simplified block diagram of a system. What we have learned in earlier video, this notation X of n represents input. This notation Y of n represents output, whereas the notation H of n represents impulse response of the system. So these things we have already discussed in the earlier videos. Now, first let us talk about FIR systems. As I said, FIR stands for finite impulse response. As the name indicates, the length of impulse response is finite. Means what? For example, H of n, that is impulse response, I will write it like this, simple 1, 2, 3. Arrow is at 1. We know that this is the impulse response containing only 3 samples. If you want to draw the diagram, we know the rule. This is the discrete signal. So here I will write n is equals to 0, 1, 2. At 0, we have amplitude 1. At 1, we have amplitude 2. At 2, we have amplitude 3. So this is the simple diagram for a given impulse response H of n. As we discussed, there are 3 samples. The duration of this sequence is from n is equals to 0 to 2. It is a finite, not infinite. So this is called FIR system, that is finite impulse response system. So whenever you will come across impulse response which is containing only finite number of samples, then it is called finite impulse response. On the contrary, if I am talking about IIR system, that is infinite impulse response system, then we will consider one example. Let us say H of n is a raised to n u of n. We know that u of n is a unit step function from 0 to infinity. A raised to n into u of n represents exponential signal. Basically, a raised to n is getting multiplied with u of n, so it is exponential signal, and let us draw the signal like this. It is exponentially decreasing, let us say. So this is the signal, but it is multiplied with u of n. So this signal continues from 0, 1, 2 till infinity. That means there are infinity number of samples in the given impulse response H of n. So such systems are called IIR, that is infinite impulse response system. Now, related to this, again, there are 2 types. One is recursive system. Now, what is the meaning of this word recursive? Before that, we will talk again something related to these notations. We discussed X of n represents input. Rather, I will write it like this. X of n represents present input. Do remember it like this. X stands for input. So, X of n represents present input. If I have X of n minus 1, then n minus 2, n minus 3, whatever. Whenever minus sign is there, that indicates delay, and X of n minus 1, n minus 2 represents past inputs. Now we know that Y of n represents output. So if I will write Y of n minus 1 or Y of n minus 2, it represents past output. So if the system contains present past inputs as well as past outputs, then it is called recursive system. So recursive means whenever there is a presence of past output values, present and past inputs are allowed, but whenever past output values are there, it is called a recursive system. Such systems are said to be having a feedback signal. So IIR systems are recursive systems because they have the feedback system. Now, if there are own terms like Y of n minus 1 or Y of n minus 2, any past output terms are not present, only present and past input terms are there, then it is called non-recursive system. So this is the basics of FIR and IIR systems. Now, let us discuss the structures of FIR and IIR systems. First, we will talk about the structures of FIR systems. Consider one equation. Y of n is equals to 0.5 x of n. Just now we discussed y of n stands for output. Rather, you may treat it as present output. X of n is again present input plus 0.2 x of n minus 1. X of n minus 1 indicates delay, which is called past input. Similarly, 0.12 x of n minus 2. X of n minus 2 is again past input. Now observe these equations. X of n represents present input. X of n minus 1, x of n minus 2 denotes past inputs. There are no terms related to past outputs. So this is the equation for FIR system. Now how to draw the structure? Make the thing simple. Remember it like this. Somewhere I will write input x of n. That means let us assume that input x of n is generated from this point. Then first term is 0.5 into x of n. This term 0.5 indicates constant multiplier. It is getting multiplied with input signal x of n. So simply I will draw one horizontal line and I will write here 0.5. So at the output of this line, you will be getting 0.5 into x of n. Now plus sign is there. Plus sign indicates addition. So I will mark one adder over here. So I have drawn first term. It should be added with 0.2 x of n minus 1. Now observe this term. Just now I mentioned x of n minus 1 represents past input term. Rather it is a delayed term. Every delay is denoted by symbol z raised to minus 1. So z raised to minus 1 indicates delay by 1. So we have x of n. We want x of n minus 1. Vertically, I will draw this delay z raised to minus 1. Do remember, it's not a rule. It's not like this. Always and always you need to draw it vertically. But if you draw the diagram like this, that means all constant multipliers like 0.5, 0.2 and so on on the horizontal lines. And if you draw delay vertically, then the diagram becomes simple. So I have drawn one delay. This signal is x of n. It is going to both the direction, this direction as well as downward. So after passing through this, at this point, I mean at the output of this delay block, here I will get a signal x of n minus 1 because it is getting delayed by 1. So here I am getting x of n minus 1. Observe the term x of n minus 1 is multiplied with 0.2. So I will draw one more horizontal line. I will write 0.2 over here. So at this point, we can say we will be getting the term 0.2 x of n minus 1. It is added with the first term. First term is 0.5 x of n. So I will mark this line like this. So I have completed first two terms. That means this part I have completed. Next step is we have to add x of n minus 2 multiplied with 0.12. Don't get confused. What I said, every delay is to be indicated by z raised to minus 1. Here it represents, this term represents delay by 2, delay by the value 2. But up to this point, you have already got x of n minus 1. So if I will draw one more delay over here, like this, then at this output of second delay, whatever I have drawn right now, this signal will be x of n minus 2. Because up to this point, it is already x of n minus 1. This signal is going to this line as well as coming downward. It is passed through this delay, so output will be x of n minus 2. Now it's simple. This x of n minus 2 is multiplied with 0.12. So again draw one horizontal line, write 0.12 over here and add it with the earlier part. So I will draw one more adder and I will complete the diagram like this. So this is the completion of third term as well. Now finally, after completing the diagram, here I will mark output y of n. So this is the structure of FIR system. Now consider one more numerical related to IIR system. Just now we discussed the concept. IIR stands for infinite impulse response and it contains past output samples. Look at the equation x of n, this is present input, x of n minus 1 past input, y of n minus 1 and y of n minus 2 denotes past output terms. So this is the example of IIR system. Now how to draw the structure for this? For the simplicity, let us assume the terms related to input, that is first two terms x of n and x of n minus 1. Let us say we will denote it by w of n. So first we'll draw this diagram like the previous one, what we discussed just now. So somewhere I will write input x of n. I will mark one horizontal line. This is only x of n, no multiplier is there. So I will keep it like this plus. That means I need to mark one adder over here. It is getting added with 0.5 x of n minus 1. X of n minus 1 indicates delay. Delay is to be drawn vertically. So I will draw one block related to z raised to minus 1. This is delay by 1. At this output of this delay block, we are getting x of n minus 1. It is multiplied with 0.5. So I will write here 0.5 and it is added. So I will join this to this adder. This output I will denote it by W of n. It is similar to the earlier part what we discussed. Most important part is this factor because it contains past output samples or delayed output samples y of n minus 1 and y of n minus 2. So somewhere here I will write y of n. Let us say from this point I am getting the output y of n. Now first term is y of n minus 1 multiplied with 0.2. So I will draw one delay block over here. Do remember this is the feedback signal. This is the output. So part of the output is fed back like this. So this is y of n. After passing through this delay, you will get y of n minus 1. So here at this point you are getting y of n minus 1. It is multiplied with 1.2. So I will write here 1.2. Then it is added with wn. Wn is coming from this point. So I will draw one adder over here. So it is added with wn and I will complete this connection like this. Next term is minus 0.25. Do remember there is no subtractor block as such while drawing the structure. We have to make use of adders only, but I have to arrange this term minus 0.5 y of n minus 2. Similar to the earlier case, at this point you are getting y of n minus 1. So if I will draw one more delay like this, then at this point I am getting term y of n minus 2. It is multiplied with minus 0.25. So I will write here minus 0.25. As I said, don't write only 0.25 and draw subtractor. It is not allowed. We have to make use of adders only. So I will written minus 0.25 and it is added with the earlier part. So I will mark one adder over here and complete the design like this. So observe this diagram. This part is the feedback connection. It is added with the earlier part. This total structure represents the structure of IIR systems. As such, there are different types of structures like direct form 1, direct form 2, cascade, parallel and so on. But that is the part of digital signal processing subject. Presently, we are talking the introductory part as far as the subject signals and systems is concerned. Now let us discuss the comparison of these two systems, that is FIR and IIR systems. First is FIR, first part, it is having finite h of n, that is finite impulse response. Just now we discussed, whereas in case of IIR, impulse response is infinite. Then FIR systems, in case of FIR systems, h of n, impulse response, always settles to 0, impulse response continues to infinity. FIR systems are always stable. In case of IIR, it is not necessary that system is always stable, especially if the poles lies outside the unit circle, then system becomes unstable. Then FIR systems are non-recursive, means there is no feedback signal, there are no past output samples. So it is non-recursive system. Whereas IIR systems contains past output samples, there is a feedback connection. So such systems are called recursive systems. Next is always in case of FIR filter, we are getting a linear phase response, whereas in case of IIR, the response is generally non-linear. And important characteristics of FIR is all poles lies at origin. We know that poles are the roots of denominator term. So in case of FIR, all poles lie at origin, whereas in case of IIR, poles can be anywhere, not necessarily they are only at origin. So this is the comparison between FIR and IIR systems. So dear students, that's it for today's session. So thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video.